Alright,
'Cause there was.
so we're back. Oh, I've got the recording back up. Just as a thing, I don't know if you remember this, Paul, but just in case, we still have the prisoner on a rope, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember last time you were talking about how he was looking nervously at the area. Um, so this guy in Sinrice's garb is asking if I want to pay for it in blood or gold or weapons, and there's no green priest here either.
Well, he just seems to be like the keeper of the gate of that side.
Well, I'm gonna look at him and say, well, I'm actually looking to see if I can't pay in gold since my weapons are rather simple and probably not worthwhile, and as you can see, I'm kind of almost dead as is. I'm extremely injured, so fighting would be useless, and my companions here would champion me.
I'm sorry, I just really like the image of Stone lying on the ground, bleeding, talking to this guy.
Tied with a rope around him.
And no one else is saying anything.
Being dragged by a very grumpy stranger.
And the smell just intoxicating.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay. The man just kind of folds his hands in front of him. If you're attempting to garner pity and at a coward's price, then you may wish to seek healing elsewhere.
I just look up at him and say,
or
I just look up at him and say, listen, we're on a quest for Dardiscio here. They want to use me. He wants to use me as a meat shield to take out an occult that we're tracking. All I'm asking is to allow myself to pay in gold rather than weapons, because I don't have any weapons that are worthwhile, and I would die immediately if I tried to fight.
All weapons have worth. All weapons take craft and time to make. I understand that you are working for Dardiscio, and that is perfectly fine. We appreciate your service. However, that does not change the laws of our religion.
Okay, I don't see a persuasion skill in here, so what would I use if I want to try and convince him to let me through just with gold?
Diplomacy, bluff, or you could try to intimidate him.
I've learned my lesson. I have a 7 in all 3, but let's not go with intimidate. Alright, I'll go with diplomacy, because at least that way I'm not lying and he won't kill me. 13 plus 7, that's 20. So I got 20 on my diplomacy. I'm gonna ask, please just let me pay gold. I will return any weapons I gain from this quest. I will return to your church. In exchange, on top of the gold I will already pay to get healed.
I do not deal in promises that may or may not be kept.
Okay, someone has to help me. Someone look to the group. Someone help me here.
By the way, Baden just kind of drops stones. Like, you're talking, you can walk.
Thanks. Any chance I can
You're
use
welcome.
second wind while we're chatting? Since it gives me 1d10 plus my fire level health or hit points.
Sure, I'll let you do that.
Thank God. Okay, so that's 1d10. I think. Okay. 5 plus my fire level is 2, so that's. Someone do math. Isn't that 7?
Yes.
Okay. Good news! I'm up to 8 HP! Woohoo!
Kindergarten math.
Goody.
Is there anyone in our group that can heal me, please? For God's sake, I'm gonna die here if you guys are gonna be without someone to help.
All right. Quill lets out the most off-put sigh and steps up. She's like, fine. So I have, okay, cure light wounds. It cures 1d damage plus 4. So 6, 10.
10 HP, so I'm up to 18. That's helpful.
Second.
Yeah?
Sorry, I had to rescue Brianna's peppers from a wasp.
Okay. So Olivia healed me for 10 HP. Trying to see something. All right. I'm gonna offer to. I'm gonna look at the man and say, "Well, now that I'm a bit better off, I'll be willing to try and pay in blood. Let's see if you're willing to at least bandage this giant cut on my shoulder, so that way I'm not, bleeding before combat."
Personally, I'd be more concerned about the giant cut on the side of your head from your missing ear.
Yeah, are you half deaf now?
Oh no, I lost one intelligence voice, so I should still be able to hear out of it. I'm just missing the ear itself.
Mm,
It's not like we fried it shut or anything like that.
I mean, I guess not.
I mean, do you want it closed shut? Because,
I'd rather let it heal and not close shut so I can still hear out my left ear. But
He mentions nothing of bandaging you, but he says, "Very well. I'll retrieve one of our champions."
make sure at least equal strength. Sorry.
He wanders into, and he just wanders into the gates, which close behind him almost immediately.
I'm not taking my chances by rushing in there. Fuck that.
That's dumb.
Mhm.
From what you can see, what you can glimpse before the gates actually close behind him, the roads are paved with very nice stones. Like,
Are they dwarf shaped?
I was waiting for someone to say that.
I'm just
By
imagining
very nice,
the road
I mean they're
paved with
actually
his face.
useful.
So, what, Paul?
Oh, hold
By
on. There's
those
someone at my
steps,
door.
these are actually,
I'll be right back.
that wasp's back legs are not moving,
They
so it's
are.
just dragging a piece of paper.
Okay. Alright, so while Olivia goes and answers the door real quick. Alright, he goes and grabs some, or goes in there and the gate's closed on us, unfortunately.
Yes.
Are we waiting? Okay.
Y'all have a moment or two to discuss among yourselves what you want to do once he gets back out. If you want to try to see if they can help with the runes and the tattoos or any of the other matters you need.
Can I do like a perception check to see if there are any female priests?
Oh God.
Not for what you're thinking. I'm actually checking for something else, so.
By all means.
Sweet. Oh.
Quick question for the DM is, can I use prestidigitation to cast minor illusions on myself?
Minor illusions, yes.
Okay.
I don't think I see shit because I got a 6 altogether.
Well, you see that there are some women out in the garden.
Oh God, one of them's gonna kill me.
Probably.
Oh no.
I know you.
What?
I said, I know you.
Oh, I thought you said they know me. I was like, wait, what? Oh shit.
Run, abandon ship.
Yeah. Me sprinting out, I'd leave my weapons behind at that point. They're not worth it.
You're just trailing a rope and the hyena's just nipping at it.
Out of curiosity while we're waiting, what would a warhammer and a warpick usually go for on, like, general amount? I assume that's... Yeah.
Depends on how much. It depends on how well it's made.
I mean, I've got 45. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, stones would actually probably be worth quite a bit. Probably worth about 400 or 500 gold pieces, because he is a warlord that actually has his own keep.
Yeah. And these are forged from there.
Even if it was a piece of shit, it could still go for a bit because of, private collection and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if I get my ass kicked, I have a backup plan. Oh, and I still have my army sitting outside the the main wall of Carthel, or the small little vanguard that accompanied me. So if I need to go get more weapons,
Yep, which you could have just said.
I didn't think about it till now. Because one of my Warhammer is really good, so because it's got versatile on it, which I don't actually even know what that is, but you know what? It's an enchantment, and I'm too concerned about keeping it.
It means you can use it in one hand or two hands.
Okay. So,
anyway, that was a dick joke.
Yeah, I caught that. Like the spear of truth.
I'm going to That is a joke. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. You can change your mind. You can say, actually, you know what? I just kind of remembered I have a lot of weapons outside. Let me just jog back there, tell the guard that I'll be paying in steel, and have a few dozen weapons fetched.
That's not a bad idea, but at the same time, I want to see what this champion looks like beforehand. Because if I can, if I can get a decent perception on them to figure out what, how strong they look compared to me, then if I had the fighter's skill that I could do that, that'd be amazing. But unfortunately, I don't have that skill yet.
Well, here's your chance. The gates open up, and first come out is the gatekeeper. Followed behind him, there is a 7-foot-tall reptilian male covered in blue scales, wearing no armor, very simple blue linen clothing, and his hands are wrapped in just kind of, his hands are wrapped in what look like red silk.
He's a monk fighter, I bet. Shit. I'm going to greet him and look to the priest and ask if this guy is what ranking of champion this man would be in their church.
Priest will look at him. He's one of the guards in the monastery.
Oh, 'cause that went over well. How much is the price in steel I'm looking at?
For your wounds, roughly 2-3 good weapons.
Oh, shit. Alright. I look at him and say, well, I'm assuming you've recognized who I am. Or at least generally have
You're the warlord, Stone. I know who you are.
I have a small vanguard unit outside of the walls of Ocartho for when I decide to return back to Stonehold, that have a few extra weapons that I could gather for an exchange, if that would be easier. Because by the looks of it, I don't think I'm in any good shape to fight your champion, since one of your guards already, kind of cut my ear off.
I was wondering what happened with that. It looks fresh.
I learned the interesting way that dragons and asking promiscuous questions do not mix in a church that worships them.
You'd be wise not to make that mistake again.
You're telling me.
Question. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
How far would it be, or how long would it take to get out to that vanguard? Would I have any ballpark idea how long it would take?
How long would it take you?
Yeah.
Well, it would take somebody roughly 2 or 3 hours to get back up into the main palace.
Okay.
Then it would take an additional 30 minutes or so to get to the gate.
Okay.
About 10 minutes to get cleared to walk outside. Then all that time to get back.
Okay.
And you probably don't want to be the one who goes out to a vicious vanguard of over 300 soldiers that don't know you.
Okay. How long would it take by horseback?
By horseback, you're still walking 2 hours to get up to the.
I can't ride the horse up the causeway?
I can't imagine the guards being too thrilled about that.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because they're already so thrilled about me being here.
Oh, and one other small question. Can 2 people ride my horse?
That sounds like a dirty joke that I really don't want to respond to.
Who do I look like? Catherine the Great?
That's a good reference. I'll give him credit for that one. I was not expecting that. For those,
yes, 2 people could ride your horse. I feel dirty saying that.
Okay.
Curious.
For those listening at home, for our younger audience, Catherine the Great was a well-known Russian ruler. You play as her in Civilization 5 if you're curious, and you can find out more history about her on Wikipedia.
Yes, and she didn't actually die trying to fuck a horse.
No, but Stone did. Almost once. I can imagine just seeing Fizzbop cringe at the idea. I look to the priest and say, would it be alright if I ran out to my men and gathered a few extra weapons and brought them back. I mean, they're unique to Stonehold themselves, and it's from my own personal forge, since they are my elite guard.
The old man slowly nods. He looks back up to the monk and says, Amal Dorvataska. And the monk bows, turns around, walks back inside. He then looks back. The gatekeeper looks back, says, "This is acceptable. I will send word to the guards at the front, and they will retrieve the weapons."
So, who wants to go with me on a field trip? Because I can.
Oh, you will not need to go out.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. You just missed Stone basically begging for his life.
Nice.
Mhm. So I kind of look at the priest and ask him, so you're going to send armed men to a vanguard of units that are trained to kill men of the city in this kingdom.
I'm going to send guards with monks. They can attempt to fight, and they will be promptly disarmed.
Allow me to give you a letter of seal with my seal on it to take with them before you go out there. That might save me some trouble of either them winning or them losing.
Very well, you may write your letter.
Stone kind of just drops down, takes out his pack, and starts writing on a piece of paper that he pulls out. And
Are you kidding me right now, dog?
all right.
Are you serious right now?
The gatekeeper the gatekeeper will be waiting silently for the letter to be written out.
Stone looks at him and says, "Do you have anything to heat up wax by chance? I have sealing wax, but it needs to be warmed."
Question. Would I need
Answer.
to cast an actual spell to do that, or would that be a free thing?
I'll let you have that one for free just because of, well, reasons.
Yeah, I know the reasons. All right, so what would that be, like thumb on fire, like a lighter or something like that?
Yeah, go ahead and just strike it up like a Zippo.
Okay, that works for me. So Uris just snaps his fingers and holds out like flaming fingertips. Stone.
Alright, so I'm gonna start to melt the wax on there and then take the ring on my finger and press it down into it and then hand the letter to him. It just basically states that I hereby give order to Leon of House Stone to hand over as many weapons as requested for the price of my my stay at this temple, and I just hand it to him.
Be sure to keep purses away from him.
Wait, what?
Leon from House Stone. Be sure to keep purses away from him.
Funny, you're fucking hilarious. For those wondering what that reference is to, Paul killed me in another campaign unfairly. So,
I gave you so many chances to get out of that, but oh, fucking no!
You made the gold out to be more than 50. So, as far as it goes, yeah, I'm just gonna then hand him the letter with with not only my seal, but it also has my signature inside the letter on it.
Okay. He'll take it and he'll just kind of motion for everybody to follow him in as the gates slowly draw open. And he makes his way into the fortress.
This makes me very nervous being inside of a fortress of a god that doesn't apparently like me, or at least his worshippers don't.
Well, to be fair, nobody likes you. At least not so.
Take another drink, Kyle.
You know, when I am allowed to drink again, we will start doing that on these campaigns, and that will make Paul's life a living hell, because me drunk is going to be much worse.
It'll be like a special episode.
There we go.
Special.
Me and Paul will compete. He'll have to drink every time I fail something, and I'll have to drink every time someone says, "I hate you."
No, that's just not fair to Paul.
Fair enough. Alright, so I'm going to follow behind the priest and look to him and ask, we're also seeking someone who can do like a temporary tattoo of sorts, and I point to this guy being tugged on a rope by a wrist and say, he knows the general design. I guess it's marked on his body. We're trying to use it as a disguise to get into this cult's headquarters.
The man pauses, looks over his shoulders. He is not allowed within the gates.
Do you have someone who's willing to hold on to him?
Of course,
I
we
would.
will have somebody. We'll have somebody at the gate momentarily one of your if one of your band will stand behind and hold him.
Hey, Urist, we got a job for you.
No, this is too useful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Quill will do it. Quill and Zula will stay back.
Actually, this is why I have a DMPC. Thaden will offer to do it himself.
Fine.
Oh, you offer to hold him, but as soon as I wake up, you won't carry me anymore. I see how it is.
He doesn't have to carry the dude.
The stone just
Compared
kind
to you, this one smells like fucking roses.
You know what? That's very true, but every dwarf loves ale.
That's racist.
I missed that. Alright.
Personally, I'm more of a single malt guy myself.
I go back to following the priest and just kind of look about nervously.
All right. You get through the first gates. The doors close behind you. Beyond that is another wall and another gate. This one guarded by a rather elderly-looking human, in green robes with the hood drawn.
Time to turn on the charm.
I was just going to have her wave you through, but
I want to see what happens.
This can only end well.
by well you mean in Stone's death, then yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty self-explanatory.
Yes, Stone was he is. That is his spirit animal. That is a peacock, in fact. He has got to strut his stuff. I mean, I have these skills assigned for that specific reason.
All right. What does Stone do?
I'm gonna. Well,
Outside passing, so.
I'm gonna look in front of the guys and say, "Wait, I've got this." And Stone's gonna walk up to the old lady and say, "So, wait, how old is she? Just out of curiosity."
She's in her 60s.
I feel like I should make a comment, but I think that'll get me killed even if I roll high, so I'm going to keep it to myself. Stone's just gonna go up to her and kind of start flexing to see if he can get her attention, just to start it off, because I feel like if I say anything, I'm gonna get killed anyway, so at least if I do this, she'll think of it as nothing other than being an idiot.
Oh, Kyle, you don't have to say anything to die.
Well, that's diplomacy, right?
So wait, you just go up to this lady and start flexing?
Yeah, I'm gonna start flexing to see if I can get her attention. Hey, you never know, it might work. If I can crit on this, you know.
All right, all right.
Would that be
Alright.
diplomacy?
Full Metal Alchemist. I think they bonded over muscles.
Exactly. Maybe she'll suddenly pull out her arm and, you know, she'll have like a giant muscle bigger than my head, and it'll work out. Alright, here we go. This is diplomacy, so...
The art of muscle flexing has been passed down Stone's line for generations!
Exactly. I didn't
Anime
crit,
references.
but I got a 19 plus 7, so that's 26.
Oh,
Combat's gonna be a bitch. Sorry.
you have her attention. She's staring at you in abject confusion.
Stone just looks at her and says, "You know, you are the most beautiful woman in this temple I've seen so far."
Not technically false.
Quill just kind of like crosses her arms and goes, "Oh mercy." She just, oh my god.
I do want to make this mention that the only people Stone's ever hit on, as far as it goes, was one orc woman. All the rest were concubines because of his power.
You've hit on me.
Yeah, and that worked out real well.
Yeah, I didn't say it did, but that it counts.
Do I have to...
Fizzbop, I'll point out.
Sorry.
Fizzbop in the back starts kind of quietly laughing and then imitating his flexes.
You can hear Thaden's disapproval of Stone's actions.
Well, do I have to roll diplomacy again after saying that to her?
It might help.
Alright, let's see.
Oh god.
30.
I got a 14 plus 7, that's I can't do math off the top of my head. 21. There we go.
It's hard enough to get a 30. What kind of
Watch Stone end up with a new wife.
Oh God.
What's your armor class?
Oh.
17?
What did he roll again?
With blinding speed, there was a flash of green and a loud clap. When her arm falls still,